Not having like a phone on the right side is weird to me. So it's usually where I keep chat is like to my right side. So I have to do something about that. Try and keep like cleaning stuff up so I can get chat on my right side instead of my left side. This side's a little bit. Don't work on my head like that. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to end of the live stream. We're still pretty quiet. Still on the quiet side for a little bit. Still got a little bit with us. Sleep right now. Should be asleep for the rest of the stream. I'll keep an eye on her every now. Like, you good, little missy? Alright, I'm gonna quickly check something real quick, sorry. Captures. Good. Yeah, big day today. Went to the vet first time. Everyone loved her. Everyone just was praising about her. And they rarely get like puppy huskies. She's healthy. It's good. Everything's all good with her. Good to hear. Really happy that she's all healthy. Nothing's bad happened here. She'll be okay. She's my little girl. She's gotten closer to her other dog as well, which is good. Anything else? No. So anyway, today's stream. First, we're gonna watch the 3.4 Devstream. I know it's gonna show off Saber. I know it's gonna show off Finan. No, it's going to show off fucking Archer, who should be getting for free if I remember correctly. Like a login bonus. Now, what I don't know is what it's gonna show. This is like the ending of Amphorius, I think. This is like the ending for it. So I'd be really interested to see how it ends. Because like I feel like last one was like pretty epic. It was pretty good last one. So I'd be keen to see where this one like goes from here. It's like, what do you have like events? Like all the stuff that happened in fucking Amphoria, this is like all actually going down. You have like a weird side plot going on. So I'm just gonna check to see if the stream's ended. I'll watch it for me. Oh. Is it? Live. Still gone. I think it would have been done now because like usually doesn't go for like, you know, less than an hour. Gotta talk nonsense basically. Sorry, this little one's also like make me extra tired. The effort you have to put in to watch things. Like they already know how to walk. You have to make sure like, you know, bad. Or, you know, walking, eating stuff off the ground. Making sure that someone at least watching her, keep an eye 24/7, make sure she be on the carpet or anything. She's actually learned a new skill today by herself. She learned how to open the back, like the doggy door, all by herself. I was really impressed. I was like, oh wow, it's my little girl. You just see no other dog people use it anytime. Oh, sweetie. Go to sleep. Go sleep. That's a good girl. Like a nickel. That can't be comfortable, Missy. That really can't be. You want Daddy to help you? Daddy will help you. Hang on. Hang on. Don't look comfortable. Don't look comfortable at all. Daddy help you. Now she's awake. Go sleep. Go sleep. No. Sleep time. Sleep time. No. Not wakey time and sleep time. We can go to the toilet, that's it. Alright, I'm gonna take her to the toilet. Right back, chat. I'm back. Surely she's like... Surely it must be done, right? Surely. I don't see it going any longer. Let's have a quick... Now they just start talking about the fucking fake collab. Excuse me. You're meant to be in bed. Little miss. Meant to be in bed. Daddy's bed. Your bed. Your bed. Go to bed now. That's me hitting the fence again. She's learned how to get out of her little pen. Now believes you can just go to sleep in my bed, but that's not how this works. You need to sleep at night in my bed. In her bed, sorry. Oh, we have to wait like extra longer. Maybe the disc will be this long. I thought they were talking about the fucking fake collab. Still going. Still go. Oh my god. I don't like watching midway through. That's weird. Oh, I didn't think it got for this long. It was the fake collab. Damn. Miss. Go to bed. Go to bed, Luna. Go to bed. How about this? We'll give it another 5-ish minutes and lose it back to sleep. I'll lose them. Right back, chat. Everyone's asleep. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together.
Alright, chat. I'm gonna make sure she's asleep again.
Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix. You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo. You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. You're strong, you're a phoenix. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash.
Alright. Nice. Nice. A little bit quieter than usual. You can go to sleep. Surely, the Devstream should be there. Might just fuck with the settings. Might, so you guys can hear me. There we go. It's gonna be a bit now. Question is, how does it sound? Bap. Hmm. There you go. All right, hang on. All right, let me just change my settings. That's right, the shove does it. That's helpful. There you go. Ba-ba-booey. Ba-ba-booey. Good thing we could just oh. Holy shit. Oh, there's an actual story for this. I didn't know there's an actual story for this. Huh. Is it Lancer as well? That's so cool. It's an actual story with the fake collab. That's cool. Such a cool title for the sun is set to die. That's such a hard. The title goes fucking hard. It's so fucking cool. All right, so that's the first code. I wonder if that's on. It's because like the VA, the English like strikes that way. It's all in Japanese. His Fanon looked. Finon's ultimate looked pretty fucking cool. If it's what I'm seeing currently on screen, then that's fucking sick. I don't know why I did that, but it's pretty cool still. Like my stream. Meant to be sounding like this, or is this on purpose? Is this meant to be sound like this? so confused. Can I just check through real quick? No, the other one wonky. Hang on. I don't know why it's like that. The reason my audio's gone really wonky.
Toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just
we
now,
go.
it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
Is Mimo speaking in full
Amphoris is
now?
about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akama and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris and lay out our suspicions and clues we have. First, at the end of the 3.3 story, the geniuses reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an Emperor's scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it? Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition, that Tin Man Lygist is also pretty suspicious.
He sure
He
fucking
and
is.
Finan
He
had
sounds
a
like
pretty
G-Man.
significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my
I think I know that.
interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any
This is
desire
a
to
weird
oppose the
layout for the
Chrysosairs.
dev stream.
Rather,
Is this like short
he only
notice to some
wishes
shit?
to
Why is it
quietly
like
observe
this?
everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoreus is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's Era Nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphoreus. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Era Nova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority. If something were to happen in the Era Nova...
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Well
Yes.
said. The Trailblazers won't betray the
The fucking
sincerity
golden
you show
apple.
them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoreus. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan.
Yeah,
That
we
Finan
fucking
we saw
do.
in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Well, maybe that Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4.
So I don't know why they picked
Actually
1080p for
got
the
some
update.
other
It's gonna be
information
for
to
this
reveal to you.
video.
What kind of information?
Following the story's
It was in
progress,
1080p?
as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoreus' true nature.
Before, as I've written was like a storybook. keeping record of our friends' stories.
Yeah.
Now, even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
It looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphoris' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4.
It's fucking
Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences.
This is
In
huge.
version
Please add this again, Shin.
3.6, there'll also be a story recap function.
3.6.
But of course,
Damn.
as we move into version 3.4,
That's a lot.
we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now. Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an animated short. This animated short contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser.
First, they've made an animated short for a male character. For Hoyoverse, there's usually female characters.
So don't miss it.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Next, why don't we turn our attention to our good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
There he is. So fucking cool. Crazy is still like a normal, like a physical damage dealer. It looks so quantum.
What in the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
This is nothing like the warm, sunny person we all know. Now he seems strange and formidable.
Yeah, strange is an understatement.
Could you elaborate?
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first Chrysosaurs to genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey. Aglaya even used her own death to set him up for success by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
Wait,
It's
who?
as if everyone just
Wait, who called him
assumes
that?
that he'll be a savior.
I'm curious. What was Finan like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae.
Oh,
It was a
so that's where we're
small,
going.
remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
It was.
Until everyone
And
died.
even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired,
Why did
we
he
went
put
to
that
lie
like
down in the
quotation
wheat
marks?
fields until we got called home for dinner.
What the fuck?
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too.
There's still people here,
Lying
which
there
is weird. I
surrounded by
thought this
golden
town
waves
was
of wheat,
empty.
with the breeze carrying that sweet malted scent.
This is like in,
Oh,
actually
just
in the
thought of it is
past.
enough to get me excited.
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore ID's Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the flame chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't wait!
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes. You've really come a long way.
These days, Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on, no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Are we getting the
Empress
buffs
needed a
this
hero,
update
so
for
he
Blade and
became
like
one. The Chrysos heirs needed
Africa
hope
and all that?
a leader. So that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted.
He's a different color hair.
Is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphoris are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy.
I'm still confused.
But
Is this
if
the
the
final
will in
part
your
of
heart is
Euphorius?
strong enough, no fire
They haven't
can
like
burn you
really
out.
established that, have they?
If anything, every
Just meaning like the
trial
final
is just a
part or not.
forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in battle.
Hell yeah.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Finan powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action, while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
No worries. All the talents and buffs from Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After
He's got a
using the
bunch of-
core
bunch
flames
of
to
HP, holy
transform,
shit.
I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which
Okay.
I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these
it
two
based off
abilities
how
also
strong
grants me
attacks
an
are as well?
exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my third ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Finan instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius. If they're normal enemies, they're immediately wiped out without
Acherons.
even triggering a battle.
But he's got more skill
All
points.
enemies?
Techniques.
That's nuts.
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
When I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
Oh, I see.
All right. Now that
That's
we've
pretty
wrapped up
fucking
Finan's
cool.
combat abilities, it's it's time to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces.
Fake
Version 3.4. Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu are all getting some serious enhancements.
Let's go!
They're like, who?
Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf. After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
That's pretty helpful.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
Next up, Kafka. After the buffs, Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After locking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy.
Okay, so it's no longer like just a
recovers the
normal
number
attack.
of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade.
That's pretty helpful
After
buff.
the update, he will deal damage to enemies based on his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he is more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good observation. A change will happen to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability modes freely. So choose whichever version you like best.
Why would you ever
For
want
more
that?
details, be sure to keep an eye out.
Why would you want to go back to the previous version? If you want to go to the sucky version, there it
Aside
is.
from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh, who is it?
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring Missive, is making its debut.
Let's get a new outfit.
Look at that.
Ooh, let's take a look at the video clip first.
Oh my gosh, it's got a scrub that's gonna sell. Holy shit.
With her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever. And that firefly-shaped brooch on her chest, you can tell she put a lot of thought into
That's
picking
gonna
it
sell.
out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
I'm not a big fan
Well,
of
Miss
it, but
Kafka
that's
does have
pretty
an odd
good. That's gonna
style.
sell.
They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
She's a
Even
good
her
choice
mech's
for
had a
like the second
makeover.
outfit. She's
You
a really
think
good
she
choice
spruces
because
it
that's
up
gonna sell
during
quite a
downtime to
lot.
match her outfit changes?
Oh, totally possible. If I had a mech, I'd also probably coordinate it
If
with my outfit.
Sam's outfit changed
New
a bit more
colors,
drastically, like
the whole look has
alt-wise,
to be
like
consistent.
different animation, I might have
You'll
bought
be
it.
able to grab Firefly's new look from the contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners. In version 3.4's first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Finan and the limited 5-star light cone, thus burns the
Oh, am I gonna be able to? I'm definitely pulling for Finan, but like, am I gonna get his Lycan as
a
well?
brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance.
Oh.
The story's next page is being added to the first half banner.
What does
At
that
the
do?
same time, we'll also kick off a special warp event. The limited 5-star character.
Fuck.
Treeby, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back.
Fuck.
5-star light
Shit.
cones, it's
Oh, that's
time
so
for a
not
flower.
good.
A grounded ascent.
I kinda need Tribby.
Early Escapade will return as well. In the second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones. Whereabouts should dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
God fucking damn
Two
it.
of our newly buffed old friends are making a comeback in this version. What about Kafka and Silverwolf?
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5.
Okay.
The limited 5-star light cones, Patience is All You Need, and Incessant Rain will rerun as well.
That's the first time they've announced like a banner update
Also,
that far
8
ahead.
new 4-star light cones will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards in version 3.4.
I
Oh.
see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones.
This battle
There are a few mini
pass?
versions of
Light
Chrysos
cones?
Heirs.
Looks like Finan really does enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress. Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
It's like battle pass light cones, which is not that great. Kinda wish they were just part of like the battle pass pools. Because usually these battle pass light cones aren't. Hey. I'm gonna put all these codes in stream. Go to phone.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the events in this version. A
Huh?
piece of good news comes from Panacone at the other end of the cosmos. Origami
I thought
Bird
they already
Clash is about
launched.
to return in version 3.4.
Wasn't that like literally the last time we did this?
Is that the Cute Match 3 game?
That's right. The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash.
We're really halfway
Promote
through
this
it, holy
arcade
shit.
game full of Panaconian flavor
How long is the
throughout whole
Fate collab
cosmos.
part?
And
Jesus.
the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
I kind of like the Origami
There
Bird
needs
Clash
to be
thing.
some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Wasn't it like Bejeweled or some
Of
shit?
course.
Yeah, it was
This time,
Bejeweled.
The two players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver
I
a
like last
powerful blow to your
month's version a
opponent.
bit better.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right.
Fortune.
Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe.
Yeah,
This
I won't do that
multiplayer
unless I
mode
have
won't end
to.
with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Clash will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done slamming seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
All right.
The fuck you
let
just
us
said, man?
continue with more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns as usual in version 3.4.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
The Planar Fissure and Realm of the Strange events will also return.
Okay.
Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Alright, good.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for
Is
win
that-
characters upon completing the challenge.
At the same
Oh, that's
time,
supposed to be for
the
new
planar
characters.
ornaments, Arcadia of Woven Dreams, and Revelry by the Sea will also come online. Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why did my seat collapse?
Wait, what? What?
In addition, I'd like to
I'm
share with
confused.
you some information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-Light exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
That's right.
That's not near
We've
me.
also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
A special panel for Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo,
Didn't they already announce this
featuring
before?
several special guests.
I swear they've already
Please
announced
keep
this
an
at
eye
some
out
point.
for more info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see. We're almost out of time. We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
You seem mighty busy, Owlbert.
Well, I am a professional super host.
Oh no, he's getting summoned.
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no!
Hey, what's going on? It's not my time yet.
Becoming a servant. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, what the fuck?
Whether or not your world has the concept of a holy grail, welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone. I'm a venturine from the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Howdy, Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Why is it a filter on?
Welcome, both of you.
I mean, more booty hills, but
have
I'm totally happy
officially
with that.
been Summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
That's not a class.
Son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
That wasn't that
You two
funny.
can call
That's not
me
a class in
Professor
Fate.
instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Yeah, why is it Pennycody? I mean, I'm happy to go back to Pennycody, but like, that's weird.
Full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right.
Yes.
But I have no idea where old Odie got his Holy
That's
Grail from.
in the
Let
name.
me give a brief explanation of everything here. It's said that the Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War
Any
is
miracle?
a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the
Chat,
Grail
chat.
can fulfill your wishes.
That daggum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort. How are they going to attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's
Yeah,
definitely going to want to
they
find
kind of
another opportunity
mind
to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old
Controlled
Odie
people.
hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make
So
any wish
which
and
one's
any miracle
Arthur?
come true.
Is it will be Archer or
That's
Fate?
definitely a
Well, it's not
nice
Fate.
gimmick.
Saber.
But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate, so someone gets caught in the crossfire.
Rest assured,
Huge reference,
everyone,
Broodhill. Well
these
done.
sweet dreams and
People
the
die
Holy
if they
Grail
are
production
killed.
crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream.
Oh.
Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right, all right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar.
It's me.
Shareholder of Penacone Superstar, the Soul Glad Festivity. Our dear Trailblazer.
I mean,
will
obviously,
be
of course, we're
participating.
going to be participating.
So, the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right. In addition, Miss Robin will also be a part of this war.
Well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
The Galaxy Ranger Boothill will also
Let's go,
participate
Boothill.
in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
It'd be crazy if,
Looks
like,
Mr. Boothill
you got
really has
Lancer.
formed deep bonds with
That'd be
folks
kinda
in
cool.
Dreamflux Reef.
Broodhill got Lancer.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking
Bellabo?
forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits,
I don't remember Furious. That'd be kind of
three
weird.
very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber, Archer,
okay.
and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about. I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons
Probably
of
Saber,
views.
I imagine.
That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail
Is this gonna be more
War,
swiftly update,
and
or do you have to
who
wait a
will
few
forge
weeks for this?
contract with who? Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye out for it.
Okay. I answered my question like immediately.
Let's learn more about Saber and
July
Archer,
11th.
our two heroic spirits from another world.
Oh,
It's
yeah!
a while away, damn.
Saber's dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
It's an English voice
right.
actor.
The King of Knights
Easy.
outfit was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains their iconic
There's no
blue
English
and
voice
white
actor for
colors.
Saber. That's
and
weird.
her iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
This is the strike. They couldn't get a voice actor in time. I'm happy your sword's visible.
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, you know, talk about fancy visuals.
And how come
God
the King
damn
of
it.
Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like Penaconian food is very much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to
I mean,
one
that's
designated
just-
enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Okay.
In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance and
Okay.
increases her own damage dealt.
Behold, the King of Knights has dispelled.
kinda similar to
invisible
Phynon
air,
as well.
Fairy of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy. When using her ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into Enhanced Basic Attack. Her Enhanced Basic Attack can damage all enemies and provide Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
So if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right. Not
Okay.
only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail war very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear.
I can't remember
guest.
what Archer used to look like.
Archer's new outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right.
Okay.
Director,
So we were to scrub
show
it,
us the game
Albert.
footage already.
Why does he have the trailblazers? Is bad. He said the line. He said the line. That's pretty cool. He said the fucking
So
line.
that's Unlimited Blade Works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
What do you mean? What?
I agree.
Is Booty a weeb?
So then let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
This guy's got to.
Okay.
This guy just.
Archer is a
He's
quantum
fucked.
character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will
That's a lot.
consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state.
Is that with
dealing
Sparkle as
damage to
well?
one
Jesus, how many
designated
skill
enemy.
points do you
While
have?
in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill, and he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer deals to enemies. After all, everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate Unlimited Blade Wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him special charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume special charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Okay.
In that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain special charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone.
Cover
The
news.
collab event starts on July 11th, and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into
It's a
the
pretty long time to
game
get a
claim
free
the limited
5-star.
5-star collab character Archer for free.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
We hope that under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on,
Oh, you get these growth
open
materials,
the
okay.
dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We
You
also
to
hope
level
that
up
your
immediately
encounter
level 60,
offers
that's
some
kinda
of you a
huge.
reunion with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah! How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more! Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
Wait, what?
Awesome!
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet.
Okay.
Besides claiming Archer for free, Trailblazers can also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Is it 3.6 is when we get the
Version's
next
got a lot of
free
characters to level
5-star?
up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters
Guarantee counts to
Saber
share
and
between all
Archer
color-
respectively.
characters.
In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone, A Thankless Coronation from Birth of a King, and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiant.
I'm kinda confused by the wording
In
of that.
addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Okay.
It's worth mentioning here that the character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long term after the event starts.
Does long term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly. These collab banners will run across multiple versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh,
Okay.
And here's one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend the designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone.
So you need to pull
The Hell Where
200
Ideals Burn.
times.
throughout all of version 3.4? In other words, after the 3.4 update and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, yeah!
And now, as the collab kicks off, the voice actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカスメヤコです。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は、厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。
got a fucking grail with him.
崩壊スターレイルの世界で
This makes no sense at
見
all.
れるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。
Pretty fucking cool.
今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
All right. Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Face Day Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Nasu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the Holy Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate's Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony.
Are those the materials for
red-haired lancer destined
Saber and
cross their
Archer?
path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Oh, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now,
they're all
will
named off of
simulate
the
data of
classes. That's
past
cool.
striders through the user's memories. So in Fate's Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense
Kafka Caster.
V1 battles. Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits zero, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them.
We were playing the
higher
Fate
the
app
piece's
a while
rarity,
back ago,
the
and it
stronger
was so
the buff.
fucking confusing.
Pieces of the same
different.
class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Well, looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
Monster.
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazer.
Oh, but don't worry too much.
Similar universe
After
kind of
all,
thing.
this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate's Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Oh, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
Exactly. The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. experience some
Stay
epic
the
battle
night.
action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into 2 parts. The Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The 2 programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome! So much content.
All right.
Okay.
Big thanks again to our 2 guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
It's all part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
I don't think they've ever said that before in the fucking game. No, you didn't miss Rivals, right? Just being a little bit quiet. This little Missy's sleeping. We might skip on Rivals actually tonight. Think from now on I might make the streams a little bit shorter than you. Just because of her, I wanted to get some good sleep into like a proper sleeping schedule. So from now on, I reckon the streams might be like an hour 30, instead of like the usual 2-hour long streams. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. Devstream, excited for the update. Should be arriving the miss is good. She had a big day. She went to the vet. They checked her out, make sure she's all healthy, and she is. Her and Pippa have become a lot closer, good friends now. They're not constantly smelling each other, chasing each other. They're being friends. Good. And she hates her bed. She prefers to sleep either just on the floor, in a little pen area, or on my bed. She climbs her fence and gets on my bed and sleeps there. She doesn't like her bed, so we'll have to swap that out for a bed. Anyway, I'm going to call there. Except for 3.4. Definitely getting fine on. That's pretty much a guaranteed I'm going to get fine on. Don't know about Saber though and Tribby. That's a really... She likes cuddles and she's really close with me. She follows me a lot everywhere. I don't know if I'm going to get Tribby and all that. I might skip out on Tribby. I might just skip on Tribby, and I maybe might be able to get Saber. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. But yeah. I'm gonna call their stream. I think we've got a week till the update. 2 weeks time. The update. So we got time to get through it. The fake collab, which is good. Yeah. So tomorrow night we will get some Marble Rivals done. We'll get a few, hour and 30, so we get some games in. Once we do that, we will then call it there. So tomorrow night's Marble Rivals, and then Sunday, I haven't decided yet. This one's taking up more time. Can't even think about streaming. Making sure she's happy. Anyway. No, there'll be a stream set at Sunday. I just don't know what yet. Don't know what to stream. Maybe Splitgate. We'll do Splitgate. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to do Splitgate for Sunday. So Saturday will be Marvel Rivals and Sunday will be Splitgate. So, anyway. If you stopped by during the stream, thank you much for stopping by. If you're watching the VOD, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, good evening, and good night. I will see you all in for our next stream. Bye bye.